we just finished up 2 months in Bangkok, Thailand, and it was our first time in Bangkok, our first time in Southeast Asia. So it was really exciting and new and different. And we spent mid-October through mid-December there, and we just had an awesome time. And I know we just barely scratched the surface. You could live in this city an entire lifetime and not see or eat or do everything there is.
Bangkok is really, really big. There's a lot to do there. Really, the city is alive. It is full of culture, food, people. There's just too much to do. And even with our 2-month stay, we know that we just barely scratched the surface here. We stayed in the On Nut area, it was only a few minute walk from the On Nut BTS station. We always want to try to stay close to public transportation because we rely on that to get around.
Yeah, and since we're spending such a long period of time in each place, staying outside of the main tourist hub, I guess, if you will, gives us a more local feel.
And we feel that we got that here in this area. Our building was located right on Nut Road. It was very easy to live here and enjoy the city from this location. We love the energy in the street. I mean, it was like every time we stepped out of our building, I felt like, okay, get ready, because there's so many people walking in the streets. There's so many cars, there's so many motorcycles. The BTS is going by, monks are walking in the street with their orange robes. It's just crazy. There's a lot.
It's an awesome mix, and it's just, it hits you when you go out. As soon as you leave the complex, our building, you get hit with everything that's going on, and it's really cool.
And I think a lot of travelers would agree with this. Grocery shopping in a foreign country is one of the best experiences you can have, because you're shopping for the things that you need, but then you get to experience and see all the different foods that they have in their own grocery stores.
Yeah, usually the first grocery run is very time consuming and a little bit frustrating. And after you're done, it's like a sigh of relief. It feels good. It's a lot of fun. There's Google Translate is going on, and you're trying to figure out the currency exchange.
It's just little differences here and there that make it unique to grocery shop in a foreign country. We were very fortunate that we had a Big C Extra, which is one of the big supermarkets there. And this is the Extra, so it was big. And oh man, we had so much available to us here. We were able to grocery shop without an issue here.
The grocery store itself was a warehouse, essentially, just huge grocery store.
Walking just a few minutes, right next to the BTS station, there was another huge grocery store called Lotus. And that's another store that is known in this area for having a lot of available items. And we went there a couple of times as well. Huge place, oh my gosh. And what's cool about these stores is that there's always some sort of food court. There's vendors outside, and in this particular one, because it was right next to the BTS station, lots of vendors would set up with different like food fairs. And you'd walk and there'd be tons of vendors with all kinds of food available right in this area.
Absolutely. And another thing that we were really excited to have was a local food market. So we could get fresh fruit and vegetables from a local food market that was just right down the street. It was extremely convenient. And we also bought our eggs there. And so we got farm fresh eggs. We had farm fresh eggs the entire time we were there, and it was so nice to have access to that. And the exotic, the tropical fruits, dragon fruit, papaya. We had mango, delicious mango all the time, and it was really great to have access to that.
Absolutely loved our neighborhood for this, because we had so much within just a few minutes from us, and we love that. Another thing too, right next to the Big C, just across the street from it, there was another huge street market with like vendors with all kinds of foods, prepared foods, they were cooking foods, smoothies. I mean, it was really, really cool.
We having access to the street vendors, the food market, the grocery stores, we had everything we really needed in our neighborhood, and it was awesome. We didn't have to leave, but of course we did.
I know that a lot of people, when you watch videos about Bangkok, they recommend a lot of these night markets, right? And you have them. There's some that people mention all the time. We really didn't feel the need to go to these other night markets.
No.
I'm sure they're bigger and maybe some have more to offer, but truly our market that was right across the street from us, full of vendors every day from daytime all the way to nighttime.
It was open all day, but at night is actually when we saw the crowd pick up, and it was technically a night market. So if we would be walking home at 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night and just want to pick up something to eat, we'd go there and get a few things to eat. Sometimes we'd get things to put together at home. Sometimes we would just eat them there. So it was really great.
Yeah, this really made our stay so enjoyable because we felt that part of our neighborhood, we had all of these cool things that we hear everyone talk about, and we didn't need to venture out too far to find such a local vibe and food and experience.
Not at all. And I guess on the subject of the food, we can talk about a few of the specifics. I mean, about a week or two in, I started to tell Karen that I said, just Bangkok is like a gigantic buffet. I mean, you can eat so much and you can eat so good, and it's so affordable to do so. You know, before we went, one of the things that I absolutely love is mango sticky rice.
Who doesn't love mango sticky rice?
I told her before we went, I said, you know, I'm gonna take pretty much any opportunity
eat a lot
that I
mango
have
sticky rice,
to have mango sticky rice because I love it. And we ate a lot of mango sticky rice. And then we found a couple of local places that had mango sticky rice
right
for
in our neighborhood.
40 to 50 baht.
Beautiful mango sticky rice, just nice portion, delicious. And we were like, oh my gosh, you know.
Even with the orchid, you know, they put the little crispies in there, and the orchid, at one of the markets that opened up, we found one for 50 baht. So it was really hard to pass up a deal like that when you're paying under $2 for a beautiful, delicious dessert.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, let's talk about durian.
Yeah.
So you can't watch a video on Thailand without talking about durian, right? So it's this crazy fruit because
what makes
of
it so controversial is the smell, I guess, and
taste.
And taste. Yeah. We knew we wanted to try it when we were there, and you know when you're near it, you can smell it. Even outside.
We weren't sure because, again, this is our first time there. So we were kind of on the lookout for it and whether we smell, you know, there's tons of smells in this city with all the food and everything going on. So we were trying to see if we can spot durian, and it took a little while. Yeah. But when we finally did, it was like, okay, let's see what this is all about. And
so we went ahead and tried it. We got it. And aside from the smell, I can say that it doesn't really taste like it smells. It's sweeter. It's kind of like this pineapple-y, mango-y, custardy, has a really strange texture that I think that some people get a little bit
like fibrous, a little bit fibrous.
Yeah.
I did not mind it. I did not mind the smell. I did not mind the taste.
I loved it. I couldn't get enough. I wanted to get durian all the time. But durian's quite expensive. It's about 180 to 200 baht per kilogram.
Yeah, well, and like you get one piece.
You get a little piece.
You know,
of it,
yeah. So I didn't mind it. The texture did mess with my head a little bit. It was a texture that kind of made me feel a little bit uncomfortable in my brain, I guess. But overall, I did not mind the smell at all. I thought it smelled like very, very sweet, and I did not mind that custardy taste.
And I got a completely different smell from it. To me, the distinctness of the smell, for me, it smelled like the additive that they put in natural gas. Well, it smelled like that to me.
To you.
Yeah. But it didn't taste like that at all. So I guess everyone's mileage may vary. And
that was our experience with durian.
We loved it. I'm glad we tried it. And now we're actually in Malaysia, and it's an even bigger deal here.
Yeah, we had no idea.
So
it's a big deal here. They're everywhere here.
I can continue on my quest for more durian.
Yeah.
So, from our experience, Pad Kra Pao, or holy basil rice, or holy basil, is what seemed to be the popular dish. And they made it with chicken, they made it with beef, they made it with pork. Yep. And that
so you
seemed to be
choose
the most
what you
popular.
want. Yeah, and it is a stir fry. They serve it with white rice and a fried egg.
It has basil. That's why.
And it's it's called a holy basil. It's a type of basil. Oh my gosh, it is so delicious.
And you can pick your spice level, but just be ready because their medium spice is not
pretty spicy.
Our typical medium level of spiciness.
Yeah.
So it can be pretty spicy. We love spicy food, so that was actually great for us.
That wasn't bad, So. Now, yes, the pad thai here is amazing. Yeah, they serve it with with like a wrapped in egg basically, and it is delicious. You should have it absolutely.
That's another thing that we had and loved was papaya salad. And that's where you got to be careful with the spiciness too. The spiciness will get you with that.
It can be very, very spicy. Yeah. We've had it where it's been kind of mild and it's still very delicious and a refreshing salad. Mm-hmm. There was one time it was so spicy. We were both struggling. Our mouths were on fire. So delicious though. And it has like a vinaigrette almost in it too. That is, it's just amazing. We really, really enjoyed it here. We had it several times.
We're gonna go on and on about the food here, but we can keep going. So there's this coconut-based soup called Tom Kha Gai, the Tom Kha soup, and we would get it with chicken, which is the gai part, and it is just amazing. The lemongrass and the chicken, the
so it's like this coconutty, soury, lemony because of the lemongrass. Oh my God. It is so good. We got it several times. And the thing is, it's hot in Thailand. So you probably don't want to have too many soups. At least you don't feel like in the mood to have soups, but this is so delicious.
It is. It felt so, we wanted to eat soup all the time because the soup was so delicious. But Bangkok is so hot all the time. And so we're like, okay, hot soup, spicy food, hot soup, it's hot.
Yeah.
So then that's when the milk tea comes in, which we got an understanding for why the spicy food and being so warm, we understand why milk tea is so popular. It helps cool you down and it helps cool your mouth down as well, the milk in the milk tea.
Yes. That time that we had the really, really spicy papaya salad, we just ordered milk teas with our meal, and oh man, I could tell that the milk tea was really, really helping bring down the heat because we were on fire.
Yeah, yeah.
So
we went to a restaurant that their specialty was crab, and they're actually a Michelin.
Like a Bib Gourmand, probably.
Yeah, they're a Bib Gourmand restaurant for multiple years, and we went and had a crab omelet and a crab fried rice there, and oh my goodness, it was unbelievably good.
So much crab.
Those two dishes stuffed
we were
us.
So full. There's another Bib Gourmand place, and this one is going to be close. I won't put it below. It's fried chicken, and it's called, I think, Polo fried chicken, I think it's actually called. It's another Bib Gourmand place, and yes, absolutely. We are not, we try to stay away from fried food. It's been a long time since we've had fried chicken. But oh my gosh, this was so juicy, delicious chicken. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing. The flavor was so good. I mean,
and super affordable, of course. None of these restaurants are very expensive, especially, with a conversion. Us coming from the US and stuff, and very, very delicious food.
We went to this mall, and there's an area called Pier 21, and we were eating at one of the restaurants, and then we saw a gentleman next to us got this pineapple fried rice, and they take half of a pineapple and hollow it out and fill it with fried rice and chunks of pineapple and chicken and pork and cashews and pork floss.
Yeah,
which is really interesting. But we saw him having it, and he was enjoying the heck out of that. And I'm like, well, I want that. So when we went back, we had the pineapple fried rice, and then we went back again and again.
And had it several more times.
And it was so good. And
what I loved about the food courts at the malls was that you got such a variety of options of all the different types of foods that Bangkok offers, and you had it at such a stress-free way. Like, it can be overwhelming. You don't speak the language. You're not sure exactly what you're ordering. You see a dish and you don't know what that means. But it's nice to order at these food courts because you can see the dish. You can see what you're ordering, get a better idea, and you can be as adventurous or as conservative as you'd like. Because there's a lot of options.
Absolutely, and that's the thing about it and about street food is sometimes you wonder, and there's a concern. You don't want to get sick. 2 months in Bangkok, we didn't get sick. We We tend to look for the places that have a line, the places that are full, the places that we've heard about, have good reviews.
Right. And places that don't have food just sitting out.
Yeah, exactly.
Stay away from that. The food courts were great for this. And a lot of the local restaurants are this way as well, where they don't cook anything until you order it.
Correct. It's all made to order.
So it's all made to order. And we really enjoyed that. Not only is the food amazing this way, but it is probably a little healthier. You're making sure that you're staying safe there.
Another thing you need to do to stay cool is definitely get smoothies. If you're in Bangkok, you're going to be hot. You're going to be outside walking around, and mango smoothies to one that I fell in love with was sounds weird, but it was extremely tasty. Avocado coconut became my favorite smoothie.
And they are fresh ingredients in these smoothies. Like they are literally cutting, the
they're
coconut,
not just dumping,
putting the water, they're cutting the avocado. It's not just, it's not syrups. And
I mean, it's pretty amazing. And of course, we're coffee people, so the cafes were...
The cafe culture is amazing.
It really is.
Several roasters. You can see the beautiful machines where they're making the espressos. I mean, it is really impressive. And the coffees were delicious.
Delicious coffee.
And not just like we went to several places that are a little bit, where more people have mentioned them before, and we've seen different videos about them, and they're a little bit on the pricier side, considering. One of them was Percent Arabica. There's several of them.
Locations of Percent Arabica.
Delicious coffee, really, a little bit
really
on
good.
the pricey side though, we felt.
Yeah.
There was another one called Rise, right?
Again, that one has multiple locations, but that had delicious coffee as well. A little bit more affordable. One that we fell in love with is Authentique, and it was a Vietnamese coffee shop. So we could get Vietnamese egg coffee.
And this
there.
was it local in our area.
It was
and
local in
of
our
course
neighborhood.
The price is half.
Correct. So
what you
rather
pay at the
than
other places.
110 to 130 baht for a coffee-based drink, we were paying 70 baht for a coffee-based drink. So about half the price, which very, very affordable. We met up with some friends while we were there, and we went to a coffee shop called Rolling Roasters. I just kind of looked for something that was in the area. I always try to look for a roaster, and this coffee shop looked really, really cool. It was a great ambiance and a beautiful building, and they had awesome coffee drinks. A little bit more on the expensive side, but it was a beautiful place and definitely a great experience.
And right across the way from Authentique, which we loved, there was another place, and this one was called Paris House. Also great local spot. Delicious coffee as well. And we're also talking about your local prices here with our 70 baht. And also, because it's so hot, iced coffee. Very, very good.
We weren't really big iced coffee drinkers.
Not before
our time in Bangkok, but it's so hot, and you're outside a lot. And it's just really nice to have a refreshing iced coffee drink like that. It really is.
But the food in Thailand, yes, it is delicious. It is amazing. It is better than what you are getting back at home, at least. And we've always loved Thai food in the US, but of course, you can't beat Thai food in Thailand.
The malls in Bangkok are on another level. I've never seen anything like it in my life. It's amazing.
And it's so interesting to us to see these malls. They have so much, and there are so many people in these malls shopping, especially coming from the US, where our malls are not nearly as busy anymore.
No, they're dying.
They're dying, it seems, right?
They
are alive and well in this part of the world, because the malls are, they are beautiful. There's so many shops and activities and all kinds of different events going on inside these malls.
Inside and outside.
They're air conditioned, so that really helps, because it's so hot.
I think one of the reasons it's so big is that they're air conditioned. So
it's a nice way to escape the heat and go walk around the mall. Every time we went to a mall, there's always people, and a lot of people. So and the weekends were incredible. Like you could barely walk inside those malls.
They really were.
So,
I know we mentioned Pier 21. That's inside a mall called Terminal 21, and it's kind of an airport-themed mall.
We really liked Terminal 21, and especially with the food court here, is amazing.
It's incredible.
Another mall that's also beautiful, and again, the food court is also great, is Central Embassy. That's another mall where if you go downstairs to the food court, tons of options, very, very affordable, delicious food.
M-Sphere is another one, again, has great food.
Great food.
M-Sphere is a newer mall, very interesting mall, very interesting layout. It's actually where an IKEA is located. There are car dealerships in this mall. There's of course, we did a video on it. Icon Siam is just an icon of a mall. I mean, right along the Chao Phraya River. And it is a gorgeous mall that is got luxury stores. There's Souk Siam, which is like kind of like a modeled after a floating market food area downstairs.
MBK Center, that one is another mall, but this one is like extra chaotic because they have an area where they're selling electronics and they're selling all kinds of things at much cheaper prices.
Yeah, so I mean, if you
there's a lot going on.
If you want to get a new phone or a used phone or a used tablet or a used computer, MBK Center is where you need to head. MBK Center was actually my favorite. I guess, I don't know if it's a level of chaos. And when we talk about these malls, we're talking like 5, 6, 7-story malls. Huge,
they are huge
malls.
And because we were here part of December, they are all decorated for Christmas. So that was kind of neat to see.
And a couple more to mention, Central World, of course. That's very popular mall, popular area.
That's where the Apple store is.
Yeah, there's an Apple store there, and Icon Siam as well. So
if you want to get away from the heat and take a little break and walk around the mall, this is a great way to do it. And also, if you are a little bit intimidated by the food, you're not sure what to order, you see the street vendors and you're not, you're feeling a little overwhelmed, go to the mall, because this is a place where you're going to get a little taste of things without feeling so overwhelmed by the food options. No visit to Bangkok could be without visiting the beautiful Buddhist temples. Of course, everyone talks about your big ones. You have the Royal Palace, you have Wat Arun, and yes, definitely go and see this, but don't ignore some of the other temples that are in different neighborhoods.
Yeah, we didn't go to Wat Arun or the Royal Palace, and it wasn't for any particular reason, just that we knew that there were many other temples. Now
we were able to see Wat Arun and the Royal Palace off from a boat on the river. So again, we wanted to experience other temples, so we did not pay specifically to go inside these. We did pay to go to Wat Pho, which is the big reclining Buddha. That was beautiful. That was cool. The grounds were amazing, and the reclining Buddha is huge.
So there's so much to see on the grounds there. I mean, you can walk around we did walk around for a while there.
Yes, and that one was 300 baht, which is about $9.
$9.
If you visit other temples, you're going to find that they are other temples with reclining Buddhas as well. So this one, I believe Wat Pho was probably the biggest one.
That's the most popular
and
one.
It is the most popular one. But there are other temples with reclining Buddhas. So don't feel that this is the only one. We apologize if we mispronounce some of the words for the names of these temples. But another temple is Wat Suthep Thep. Now this one was only 100 baht to go in, which is about $3 US, and that was also so beautiful.
Yeah, what's interesting when you visit these, I guess, less touristy temples, you walk in and you have a lot of the spaces to yourself, These are the temples that, instead of being seen and visited by tourists, these are the temples that the locals use. They're using them for prayer. Some of these lesser visited temples, that's where we would see more monks and during prayer time. Another one we went to was, sorry about the pronunciation, Wat Ratchabophit, and that one was free and stunning.
So beautiful.
Like jaw-dropping, beautiful. The mosaic tiles that it's decorated with, and it's the gold leaf. It is just beautiful, so colorful.
Another one was Wat Nak Prok, also free, just gorgeous. And I love to go inside in the temple to see where the Buddhist shrine is. and that is also beautiful. Usually the walls are also like, I don't know if it's wallpaper or they're painted.
Or they're painted, I'm not sure.
One of the temples that I want to mention is Wat Paknam Fazi Sharon. It's free to go in, and this is the one that if you look it up online, it's got this giant Buddha.
It's huge.
It's I don't even know. It's buildings tall.
Yeah,
it is
I don't know
so
how many stories tall
it is huge. Amazing to see. When we visited, it's actually under construction. It's completely covered.
There's scaffolding all around, so we couldn't see it.
It was supposed to be done. The construction was supposed to be done like in October of 2024, and it still wasn't. So, but this one's amazing to see.
These grounds where this temple was, and all the buildings and structures that surrounding this temple, though, were really interesting because one of the buildings that we went in on the backside of that gigantic Buddha was they had a bunch of Buddhist religion relics on display.
Almost like a museum.
Yeah, it was really beautiful. And on the top floor, they had this gorgeous display that was lit up. We'll put a picture up. And that was one of the things that just, we had no idea existed. And we were going to see the big Buddha, and instead that was covered, but we saw something else amazing. Right. And then from that building, had a terrace that was overlooking a river. So we saw river boats, and on the other side of that river was another temple. So we just walked across the river. We followed a monk and we walked across the river, and we saw another beautiful temple and more structures. So it's just one of those things that it was one of the best days that we had of temple exploring in Bangkok. And it's because we got lost. It's because we went off the beaten path and we did something different. We went to a whole new area, perfectly safe. The people in Thailand are so sweet and so nice and so kind. And we loved that day. It's so memorable because we went off the beaten path.
Exactly. And it's great to see, the places that everyone talks about, but go do something different.
Yeah.
There's a lot more than just those places.
Yeah. There is.
And getting to these places is actually not hard. The BTS line is one of the main lines, and it's great. We were really happy that we stayed near the BTS line. We can get to many places easily. And that was really, really helpful. The BTS took a special card called the Rabbit card.
Yeah.
When you sign up for this card, you go to one of the offices, which is at every BTS station, and they'll need your passport, and you buy the card really for like 100 baht, I think it was.
Yeah, 100 or 130.
And then you add money to it. Now, one of the things to note for pretty much everything in this area is cash is king. Yeah. So we are not really cash people, right? We're so used to tapping away with our cards everywhere we go. That is not the case here in Bangkok.
And we found ourselves going back to the ATM a couple times to get additional cash.
Yes. So that, and it's fine. The banks are all set up this way. Everyone, we're not the only ones getting cash out. Now, when it comes to the transportation, there's also the MRT line. Now, we did not need to take this line, but it's another line that people take to get to other parts of the city.
Now, MRT apparently does take a separate card. You cannot use your Rabbit card on the MRT, but that is another option. And that's the MRT is their subway. It's their underground line. Yeah. The BTS is the above ground Skytrain.
Now, we also took buses, and that's always an adventure, right? Yeah. Because the buses go throughout the city. So what was cool about the buses is that they took us closer to our destination. So wherever we wanted to go, we were within a few minute walk, if not right in front of where we needed to get to. So that was pretty handy. But what was inconvenient about the buses was that they're stuck in traffic.
Right. So
they are on the road just like all the other cars. Traffic can be pretty heavy in Bangkok, especially during rush hour.
Yeah, traffic.
So we made the mistake of like riding the bus during rush hour and just being stuck in that traffic with everyone else. So that was a little bit inconvenient. Now with the buses also, you have air-conditioned buses and then you have non-air-conditioned buses. We rode both.
We did both.
The non-air-conditioned buses, of course, are warmer, but it's an experience, and we wanted to get
to ride the non-air-conditioned bus was 8 baht. So it was extremely affordable. The attendants were very, very nice to us. They would ask us where we're going, and your rate that you pay is based on the distance that you're going to take the bus.
Now there are also the tuk-tuks. They're all over the city. You can see them everywhere. They're cute, fun to look at. We almost took one. There was a day that it was rainy and we wanted, but the gentleman wasn't really available and it just didn't work out, and we just decided to walk and do something different. So, but we never took the tuk-tuks. They're cool. They're all over town. You can do that as well. A lot of people take them.
Another type of rideshare, of course, there's Grab and Bolt, and those are very common and everyone uses
this is
those.
the Uber of Asia, basically.
Exactly. And we actually really enjoyed this, and we recommend it. Would be it's like a hop on, hop off, but riverboat that runs up and down the Chao Phraya River. And it was affordable, and it was a great way to get to the major spots along the river, whether it was Icon Siam or Waterun or get you near Chinatown.
Exactly. It's like 150 baht. We'll put all the information in the comments
$5
section.
And
yeah, it's an all-day pass, and it is they actually have the signs. It'll say tourist boat, and it is amazing to get on these boats, and they're stopping at different points. They'll give you a map that you'll have so that you know exactly where where you want to stop. It is awesome. And that's where we saw Waterun and the Royal Palace.
And a beautiful sunset.
And a beautiful sunset. It is awesome. We love this. This was such a great way to see the city, to go to different parts, knowing and to ride a boat down the river.
Absolutely.
Very, very nice. Absolutely recommend this. We were so happy to have found this during our time. And the boats are covered. Like, you could go to the top level and be uncovered, but you could also be covered.
The first one we rode in was air conditioned on the bottom deck. The second we rode in was not air conditioned on the bottom deck. So they're going to be different from boat to boat, but they all have a top deck where you can go and get great views as well. There's
a couple of parks that we really enjoyed while we were there, and it's just a nice little escape. If you want to get a little bit of nature, we're always looking for a little bit of nature, and green spaces provide just that for us. And of course, Benchakiti Park and Lumpini Park. Beautiful parks. Lumpini has a nice little lake. You can actually do.
There's a walkway around.
There's a whole walkway you can walk.
We saw a lot of people running that were there.
Yep, and you can ride boats, paddle boats, right?
It's just a beautiful park. And then there's this awesome. It's nicknamed the Green Mile Bridge. There's a bridge that connects the two parks, Lumpini and Benchakiti Park. You can take this walkway and walk between the parks. And then when you enter Benchakiti Park, you can enter onto this raised walkway, wooden walkway, like a sky walkway. And it's just a really cool park.
We went to Lumpini Park and got to experience it during the day, and it was great. But we went back to Lumpini Park to walk over to Benchakiti Park using this walkway. And now this, we ended up doing it in the evening. So by the time we got to Benchakiti, it was getting dark. But what was great about this is that when you get to Benchakiti and it's dark, that whole walkway through the park is all lit up. And it is really, really pretty.
It's really pretty.
Yeah. And there was a lot of people there walking, again, using the park, riding bikes and all kinds of different things. So it is really nice. We did not get to go to Benchakiti Park during the day.
No.
We only got to do this in the evening, which was still very pretty. And the last thing that we want to talk about regarding our time in Bangkok is the massages. You have to have a massage. The Thai massages, they are so affordable, and the people are very skilled and very professional. We were lucky enough that, again, in the area that we stayed in, right in that street market that we were close to, across the street from our apartment building, basically, was a whole row of multiple massage places, but they are all over the city.
There were probably 6 or 8 massage places just on that street.
So we could pick and choose whichever. And the prices were great for our area as well. They were about 300 baht per hour, which is $9.
$9
for an hour.
A 1 hour massage. And I mean, they had packages that were like 3 and 4 hour massages. I would be like tenderized after. And the massages, So there was a head, neck, and shoulders massage, which is what we initially, that was the first massage that we got. But it was not just head, neck, and shoulders. It's a full body massage, and with that massage, they used like
tiger balm.
Yeah. It got warm when they rubbed this balm on you. The next massage that we got was a Thai massage, and that massage focused more like on pressure points. There were a lot of pressure points with that massage. Yeah. Again, awesome, but the next
full
one,
body.
Yeah, full body. Again, another full body massage. And the next one that we got was
foot massages.
Leg and foot massage.
Yeah. And they'll work your leg and feet, pressure points as well. But they are still coming and rubbing your shoulders.
They finish with a shoulder and head massage. So it's almost like every massage was almost like a full body massage.
Every massage. And
they're truly amazing. They were really
are.
good. The places that we went were all very professional. The people were super sweet. But we had great experiences with
the massages are great. We have heard people talk about this in other videos, and we get it.
Yeah, like we did it every week. And another massage we got was an oil massage.
Oh, that's right, we did.
That one was a little bit
different. Lighter, because they're more of what we think of when we think of massages from the US, I guess. More of the rubbing and kind of working some of the muscles.
They were lighter. They were gentler with that massage. With the oil slippery, so they can't dig in as much. And I loved it. It felt great.
So yes, on the massages, a must do here. Go and enjoy. We loved our area because the prices we feel were more on the very affordable locals price. And sure enough, when we go in, it'd be full of locals getting massages.
Yeah. And then if you finish off, and they have these delicious little marmalade cookies and tea, which is super nice after a massage. To have 2 1-hour massages for 2 people, leave a good tip, and still leave spending $20.
Yeah.
Hey,
incredible.
I mean, I could use a massage right now.
Yes.
The Thai people are so nice and so welcoming and so sweet.
We get it. People call Thailand the land of smiles, and yes, people are so sweet. They're always so nice. They do smile at you, and there's, it's just so nice as a foreigner to get to some place and not feel rejected by everyone, right? It's so nice when you can feel, a warm welcome from the people. We're trying to enjoy their country, their culture, exactly.
Yeah.
And they allowed for us to do that and have a wonderful time.
Yes.
In Bangkok.
Thank you, Bangkok. Thank you, Thailand.
Yes, we get it. Thailand is amazing, and we
will be back.
We only scratched the surface here. We were just 2 months in Bangkok. There's so many more places to visit that are beautiful. So many more places in Bangkok, and then of course, so many more places in Thailand. Exactly. And we hope you guys enjoyed this video, our little take on our time in Thailand and in Bangkok. And it was a truly great experience. And if you liked what you saw, please go ahead and hit the like button. Leave a comment below, subscribe to our channel. And slow travel with us.
Bye.
Bye.